Hello Bobcats and welcome to another episode of The Sage. I'm Darius Rahmanian.
And I'm Kylie Valency. This week we have a recap on the recent surf and robotics competitions and a feature on one of our student athletes.
And a little bit more information on the Genius Project Forum happening this week, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Sage Creek Bobcats. Please, stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart, and ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please, have a seat.
On Monday and Tuesday of this week, Sage Creek Surf Team had its state championship competition at Oceanside Harbor.
The competition had 5 brackets: men and women short and longboard, and co-ed bodyboard.
Sophie Mossman took a trip to the beach to get the scoop on the surfers.
On Monday, April 23rd, select members of the Sage Creek Surf Team paddled out on Oceanside Harbor to compete in the state championships.
It's pretty awesome. It's a cool experience to be able to have a little family and surfing at Sage, and I don't know, just the fact that I get to do something that's I'm really passionate about. My favorite thing about competing is probably just, I don't know, getting the experience through it. And I mean, even though you may not be the best in surfing, you get to surf with people that are better than you and you get to learn from them. And that's, I don't know, it's something my dad's done his whole life, so it's really cool. We also play Stop 2 in Division 3 for our school overall, and that was pretty cool.
We have an awesome team. We have a pretty diverse team with boys and girls that compete in San Diego Division 3 high school surf season. We finished second overall, tied for second actually. And we compete in men's shortboard, women's shortboard, men's and women's longboard, and then a co-ed bodyboard division. So it's been a great season.
Thanks, Sophie. There were over 270 surfers at the competition. Congratulations, surf team, for a successful season.
Another team on campus turned into a global competition this week. Robotics team 9261, Level Up, of Sage Creek attended their world's competition in Houston, Texas.
At the 3-day competition, teams from across the globe entered robots they designed in a variety of challenges.
Sage Creek's Level Up took 25th place out of 64 teams. A world-class job, boys and girls.
To find out more information about upcoming athletic competitions, let's pass it over to Jake Nipper.
How's it going, Bobcats? I'm Jake Nipper with last week's sports announcements and this week's upcoming campus announcements. Let's start off with last week's sports. On Saturday, varsity baseball won its series against the SDA 2-1. Last week, the boys and girls track team competed at one of the most competitive meets, Mount Sac. The boys 4x400 capped off with juniors Jordan Lee, Ian Hackett, Parker Blausch, and senior Jake Watkins, and they earned a top 5 finish while also breaking their personal record. Senior Megan Matson also placed second in the seeded women's 300-meter race. This past Monday, volleyball defeated SDA 3-0 for league champs. Today at home, softball plays their local rival Carlsbad, and boys lacrosse face off against El Camino. Let's move on to this week's announcements. We've got some big events happening over the next week on our campus. The Sage Creek Genius Project Forum is tomorrow. Room assignments for every student by grade are available on School Loop. Good luck to our senior class with their presentations. Next Monday and Tuesday, juniors will take the SBAC English tests. Schedules for those days are adjusted for all students. Yes, that means you. Check your Loop mail to know how late you can sleep in. Students, remember to serve all outstanding detentions before prom. Lunch detentions will be offered every day from next Monday onward until prom, so pick any day that works for you. Don't flake on your prom date by not serving your detentions. Be sure to get those cleared up. That's all for this week's sports and announcements. Thanks so much for tuning in. This has been Jake Nipper. Now let's hand it back to Kylie and my boy Darius.
Thanks, Jacob. Now let's stick with the topic of sports. This time, it's tennis.
Junior Diego Navarro has spent most of his life pursuing tennis, and for him, the hard work has paid off.
Madison Young and Maxwell Davis got an inside look on what it's like to become a nationally ranked player.
Junior Diego Navarro has been on the tennis court since he can remember, starting his athletic career at an extremely young age and then moving on to more competitive challenges.
I took like a 7-year break and then got back at it at 10 and started playing competitively.
With both his parents having extremely successful careers within the sport, it was apparent that Diego could find success within tennis as well.
My dad reached number 2 in singles in the nation and number 1 in doubles, and my mom reached number 1 in Mexico in singles.
4 hours a school week and 10 hours on weekends, the amount of time spent practicing causes Diego to receive opportunities that do not come to most.
2 weeks ago, Harvard reached out to me and I got to play with them. Of course, I'm not going to go to that school because it's too smart, but it was a good accomplishment to hit with their team.
Both modest and a determined athlete, tennis has also led Diego to take part in leadership roles when training young athletes like our very own Mr. Sanderson's 5-year-old son, Beckham.
I think any good coach or teacher, they have to be passionate about what they do. At this age, like my son's age, it's, just more or less instilling that love for the game. And Diego, he's eats, sleeps, drinks tennis. His parents are tennis pros. Diego's also incredibly self-disciplined, like scary how much so. I know he has a certain swagger about him, but he's also incredibly humble. So I think those qualities make him a great teacher.
Diego Navarro has a bright future ahead of him and an immense talent in a sport that can help get him there. This has been Madison Young and Maxwell Davis reporting for The Sage. Now back to the anchors.
It's truly amazing what you can do when you pour your heart into something you care about.
I agree. Over the past year, juniors and seniors have been doing just that in preparation for their Genius Project Forum.
The forum takes place tomorrow, where juniors will pitch their ideas and seniors will give their TED Talks.
Junior Aiden Errol, some last-minute information before the big day.
What's up, Sage Creek Bozcats? It's me, Aiden Errol, and I'm here with Bryce, Giselle, and Annika, and I'm going to be asking them a couple questions about the Genius Project Forum that's going to be happening tomorrow. My first question is for Bryce about the freshman panel.
At the freshman panel, I'll be giving advice on what the freshmen should do in the next 4 years to be successful academically. Although I didn't have extreme success academically, I can look back and see the mistakes that I made that I could advise them on what not to do and how to avoid those mistakes that I made.
Nice, nice. And my second question is for you, Giselle. And are you excited for the Genius Project Forum?
Yeah, I think it's a really good opportunity for us to just explain our journey and what we've been through and what we've done for these past 2 years. So yeah.
And my second to last question is for you, Annika. What did you do to prepare for the Genius Project Forum?
I just memorized kind of bit by bit every day. I practiced in front of my family, which was harder to do than I thought, but just kind of going through it every day.
And my last question is for you, Bryce. Considering that you spoke at the graduation and the last forum, what are your talking tips for the juniors and seniors?
I would say that the most important thing to do is just to, not be nervous and just be confident in what you're going to say, because nobody out there knows what you're going to say more than you do. So you just got to get up and be confident.
Great, guys. And the last thing I'd like to say is for the students, if you don't know where you should be going tomorrow, please check your Loop mail. It'll have all the information you need. Let's send it back to the anchors.
Thanks, Aiden. I'm excited to pitch my project, Ray of Hope.
My Genius Project, Sage Poll, is already available to stream on the Sage itself.
Good luck to all those who are speaking tomorrow.
Before we go, we have a quick announcement from ASB. First, next week is a Spirit Week. Check your Loop mail for all the details.
ASB will also be hosting a movie night on the field on May 4th.
They'll be showing Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back in honor of May the 4th.
At the movie, there will be a Star Wars costume contest. Whoever wins will receive Echo Smith concert tickets.
Wait, who's Echo Smith? Anyway, alright guys, don't forget to check out thesagenews.com for all of our news stories.
Lastly, seniors, if you know where you're committing to college for the fall, make sure you let us know for the Sage's college map.
Thanks for watching, Bobcats. You know we had to do it to them. This has been Darius Rahmanian
and Kylie Valency,
reporting for The Sage.